Hi, my name is Deb Johnston and welcome to Women Reinventing Midlife TV, where we aim to inspire women over 50 to thrive in a meaningful life that you deeply desire and deserve. And today is part 2 of the video series of how to achieve your goals by Christmas and feel fabulous. And today I'm going to be talking about some of the actions that it's important to take and some of the strategies and things that you need to be aware of as you move towards achieving your goals. In part 1, we discussed the importance of just selecting one goal that you're passionate about at this late stage in the year. I also shared some important and essential components of writing goals effectively so that they become compelling for you to move towards. And I also shared the importance of breaking goals down into shorter term deadlines with smaller achievable outcomes. Today, I'm also going to be talking about tweaking, the importance of tweaking. And this is something that we discussed in the Women Reinventing Midlife Club membership just last week. And we looked at different ways that we could tweak what we were doing to achieve different goals that the ladies in the membership had for this year. Because let's face it, some of the goals or one of the goals that you're writing down may be an important goal that you have been focusing on and attempting to achieve for the whole year, but not really gaining the momentum or not really getting to where you want to be. It may also be a completely new goal that you're working on. And so what I'm going to share in this video is also important. One of the big insights that I found are really helpful around achieving goals is flexibility. And this is most especially something that it's important to pay attention to if you have been attempting to achieve a goal and not feeling like you're getting anywhere. In NLP, we talk about behavioral flexibility, and it is in fact one of the success principles of NLP. What that means is behavioral flexibility is changing what you're doing, changing who you're being, changing the actions that you're taking. And we believe that the person with the most behavioral flexibility can control the actual outcome. So that means doing what it takes, changing things as often as we need to in order to achieve what it is that we want. And we'll eventually get to that because there's always a way. Now, in part 1 of this video series, I talked about my veggie garden and how we began right at the beginning of the year with striking seeds that we'd harvested from vegetables on our local market, that we planted seedlings and looked like they were going to die. And now we have an abundant garden. So what did we do in the gap? So when we got to June, it looked like everything was dying. And now we have an extraordinary garden that's producing produce, like we're actually eating things that are ending up on our plate, which is fantastic. So what happened in the gap? We did heaps. There was heaps that we tweaked and changed and just little tiny tweaks, tiny changes to what we were doing created better outcomes. But I think the most important thing that I want to highlight here is that we didn't give up. We stayed committed. So number 1, to achieve your goal by the end of the year, because remember, you're not always going to get immediate results that you want. It doesn't always happen that way. So number 1 is don't give up too soon. There's a percentage of people that give up too soon, and they give up just before they're about to succeed. Success is just around the corner. And if they had just kept going a bit longer, they would have achieved the results that they want. So don't give up too soon. It is said that it takes up to 90 days to build momentum. So it's really about deciding to commit and don't give up too soon. Don't get disheartened because you're not getting the results that you want straight away. It might just mean that you have to tweak something. Number 2 is to, wherever you're going on your journey with your goals, at maybe once a week, maybe once a month, check in and look at what needs to change. Look at what needs to change. And what I mean by that, changes in what you're doing, but mainly it's changes in who we're being, what our attitude is, what we're focusing on, where our emotions are. They all play a huge part in the momentum that we're building and where we're actually getting and whether we get to where we want to be by the end of the year. So it could be a small tweak. It might be around mindset. It might be around what you're focusing on. Often we're focusing on where we are now and looking at the fact that we're not where we want to be, which lowers our motivation when we do that. Instead of focusing on where we want to be and getting excited about the process. So quite often we're focusing on lack instead of focusing on abundance. Again, that's going to lower our motivation. It's going to lower our vibration. Vibration is a big part of this. So managing stress is a big part of it. Looking after our emotions, making sure that we stay uplifted. So thinking about the practices that you do in your everyday life to stay uplifted. Maybe it's a gratitude practice. Maybe that you go out for a walk in nature. Maybe you do yoga or meditate. Maybe you go out for a run, thinking about what it is that you can do to keep your spirits uplifted and stay focused on what it is that you want, what in life that you're grateful for, instead of focusing on what you lack. So it's important to be aware of your mindset, your attitude, what you're focusing on, and how you're feeling daily as you move towards your goal, as you're taking the actions that you need to take in order to achieve your goal. And number 3 is the strategy that you're using. The strategy is so important also, and that's to really look at what it is that you've been doing to achieve your goal. You know, what kind of strategies you've been using, what practices that you've been using to achieve your goal, and where they may need to change. And sometimes we can feel a little bit in the dark like that, because if we were reaching out for a goal that we've never achieved before, then we're not entirely certain of what actions we do need to take. So this might be where it's important to do some research. Start typing in questions into Google. It's amazing the questions that you can type into Google, and it will give you the answers. It will give you articles to read of what it is important for you to do to actually achieve that particular outcome. So whether it's saving money, whether it's buying a house, whether it's losing weight, whether it's improving your energy, improving your health, helping you exercise more consistently, there's going to be a heap of information on Google. If you type in the question, it will bring the information to you. When you do this, though, I will say, be aware of the kind of sites that you're going to and whether they're authentic sites. So really look into who is giving you this information and whether they're actually qualified to be able to do that. Mentoring is really important. So finding someone who can give you direction, maybe a coach, someone who's done it before, who can give you guidance. And this is often the fastest way to achieve what you want, looking for a mentor or a coach who can give you guidance on what strategies to use that are going to help you to get from A to B. Modeling someone, finding someone who has achieved what you want and asking them how they did it is another great way to find out the kind of strategies that you can use to achieve your goals, But at the end of the day, it really is about staying committed and having that behavioral flexibility to achieve what you want. Really thinking about what can I change and how many times can you change it to achieve the outcome that you want. And let go of that all or nothing feeling. If I don't achieve it all by the end of the year, I'm not going to bother at all. Let go of that. Think about how you can achieve it partially, because even achieving partially is going to have you on a much better footing for the beginning of next year. It's going to give you much, much more momentum. And if you haven't listened to part 1 of this video series, make sure that you hop on over. It'll be a link at the end of this video. Make sure you hop on over and have a look at that one, because what I share in that is really some essential information and tips that can help you achieve your goals by the end of the year. If you found this video helpful, remember to give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends, because we can all benefit from this kind of information. And to see more videos like this one, remember to subscribe to my channel with that red button underneath and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out. Remember to stay committed to you, because you are so worth it and you deserve to have what it is that you want in this phase of life and well beyond. Lots of love to you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.